Subreddit Ask Men Advice. The title reads, as a man, what pisses you off most about the dating scene? The guy comments, it's a difficult landscape to navigate for sure. For me personally, as a below average male in the looks, height, physique category, I'm basically bringing nothing to the table. Bro, that's not true. I'm sure you have a lot to offer over just your looks. And it's a constant upward battle from the very beginning of a date to the end. That's partially why I've stopped dating. For you guys, what's starting to grind your gears? So obviously this guy lacks confidence, and it's completely understandable. You know, if you're constantly going on dates and they're flaking on you or they're not interested in you, then you're seeing a lot of content online that is telling you what women are looking for and how you're not matching up. I completely understand it. Dating is very difficult, and there are some women who are average but have very high standards. So you feel like you're not be able to step up to their level. But him saying he has below looks, below height, and physique category, so he's fully focused on looks. Looks are important. I think arguably women are just as interested in looks as men are. It's not spoken about enough, but it is true. But when you're going in with a very negative mindset in regard to dating, you're going to get eaten alive. Now, what can this guy do? I'm sure he's not absolutely atrocious looking. I've seen, firstly, in regards to the height department, yes, women do like taller men, but I have seen guys who are shorter who have looks maxed and look very good and have very cute girls on their arm. So unless you're like super super short, I think you're going to be okay. Looks, you can give yourself that rough look. You can maybe grow out a beard. You can make sure you're well groomed. You can dress appropriately. And if you're confident in yourself and you're confident in your job and your personality, that just will give you off that signal to women that you're a good looking guy on that alone. And physique, yeah, you can always improve your physique by hitting the gym. But yeah, you need to upgrade in other areas. You need to upgrade maybe in how much you earn, upgrade yourself in your communication skills. And women do love confidence, and if you believe in yourself that you're a great guy, then other women will believe you're a great guy. But if women are only signaling about they care about your looks over your personality, then she's probably not the right girl for you. But I completely understand where this guy's coming from. Let's see what our other guys say. He says he doesn't like the low effort communication with women. I'd love to match with someone and them send me a message, maybe a few lines. That's never going to happen. It's never been the case. Men are always the one who make the first move, and that's just the game. That's just how it is. We can complain all we want, but that's never going to change. That's the reason Bumble changed their rules in regards to who messages first, because women wouldn't message a guy first unless maybe they would just say hi, and that's as creative as they would get. You as the man has to lead, unfortunately, and you've got to make that first move. So that's never going to change. And if that's the main reason you've just, not going to date anymore, then that's a pretty pathetic excuse. So you've got to make the move. You've got to get used to rejection. I think, even if you're a very good looking guy, you're going to get rejected more than the average girl. So you just got to take that on the chin. And it is a game of numbers, isn't it? If you speak to 99 girls, there's a strong possibility 90 of those women won't be interested, but the select few who are interested is better than nothing, and it might be a start of a very good experience for you. Next guy says, no great spot for introverts, shies to plant their flag. It is tough if you are shy or introvert. I'd say I'm probably introvert. I really enjoy my own space. But yeah, when it comes to dating, you do have to be confident, and you do have to be okay in social situations, and understand those signals from women. But the great thing about dating is women love talking about themselves, so you can just ask her questions. You barely even need to speak. Don't have to speak about yourself too much. Just ask her questions, and before you know it, you would be checking the time, and 2 hours would have passed, and she'll be sat there thinking, I haven't found out anything about you because I've been talking about myself the whole time. So As long as you're good at asking questions and you dress well and you can notice the signs that she's given off, then I think you'll be okay. But no, it is tough out there. But with the dating apps, you can match with people without having to go out in person and speak to people, so you can at least get your foot in the door. But yeah, it's always good to have a bit more of an extrovert type of trait inside you that you can switch on and off. This person says, probably that because I get next to zero matches, I never get the chance to really even sell myself to a potential partner. I forgot the statistics now, but women, I think I only swipe on like less than 5% of guys on these dating apps. So yeah, if you're not even going to get the chance to show off your personality, then yeah, you're going to be pretty downtrodden about the whole experience. Even me, I view myself as an average guy with some areas where I exceed in. But yeah, I wasn't getting a ton of matches. But what I did is I matched on people who I thought would match with me back. I was very selective with my matching, and also I did improve my dating profile. I got much better pictures of myself. I made in the prompts very clear what I was looking for and added some of my personality. And when I did match with a woman, I try and get her off the dating apps as soon as possible. Within the first 3 messages, I would have asked her out, because women are messaging multiple men at the same time, and they don't want to draw an out conversation. And if they really like you, they'll go on a date with you in the first 3 or 4 messages. So if you are lucky enough to get that match, try and take that woman out on the date as soon as possible. But I get it, if you're getting zero matches, it's going to bring down your confidence, and you can be like, well, what's the point? Why am I wasting my time? Don't spend more than 20 minutes a day on these dating apps. When I was on the dating apps in the morning, I'd make myself a coffee, I'd do a little scroll, a few swipes, send a few messages, and then I'll forget about it for the rest of the day, and then I'll see how those conversations went. But yeah, don't spend too much time on these apps, because yeah, it's not great for the average guy. It's not even great for the good-looking guys. I've heard horror stories from them too, so it's not good all round. I feel like the threshold to get started is crazy high. I'm relatively fit, I'm tall, I take care of what I'm wearing, I'm out there, I'm actually looking for signs that it's okay to approach someone, I'm taking care of my hygiene, I try to be respectful and kind, I have platonic female friends, and much more. So even the guy who's tall and good looking, he's also struggling from the sounds of it. But there's still so much more I can work on. Nothing is perfect, but honestly I feel like this could at least suffice for some attention. It's a bit concerning he's getting zero attention, even though he said he has all these positive traits. So I think there must be something else going wrong here. Maybe if he's giving off this like weird sign to women, and women can latch onto that quite quickly if there's something off about you. So I think this guy needs to be a bit more honest about himself, like what is he giving off, because there's something not quite right here if he's getting zero attention. But at the same time, women don't show a lot of attention to guys, which means you have to make the first move. And if you're a good looking guy and you're just sitting there expecting a woman to approach you and to start a conversation, it's not going to happen unless she's super desperate. So yeah, you always got to make the first move. Sure, I'm doing most of these things not only for women, but would still be nice for once in a while to get a little validation. I think a lot of men go throughout their life and get zero compliments from women unless they're their girlfriends. So yeah, I could probably count on one hand the amount of compliments I got from a woman who wasn't my girlfriend, who I wasn't dating. So I think this guy's probably focusing on the wrong things here and wasting his time, because that's not how the game works. Next guy says, more of a problem on the apps and in real life, but the entertaining monkey approach many women take. Yeah, you don't want to be on a date where a woman's like, well, you brought me out and now you got to entertain me because I took time out in my calendar to see you. No, it should be both ways. Like, you're both here, hopefully, trying to look for the same thing, and she needs to entertain you as much as you need to entertain her. But yeah, I think because women have so many matches and so much male attention, they're thinking, well, if I chose you, you better show me why it was a good choice over these other guys, and that's not the right mindset to have. you're not a performing monkey. You know, you're not going to be doing handstands in front of her to entertain her. So I completely get that. Um, what I'd say is, from these comments already from these guys, obviously they're just dating the wrong women and they've been quite unlucky. There are women out there who are fantastic and have respect and care about your time and are respectful. They're a dime a dozen, but I think it is numbers. I went on a lot of bad dates, not like horrific dates, but lots of bad women where I realised these women aren't for me. But then you find that diamond and it's worth all the aggro you had beforehand. It just sounds like these guys just haven't had any wins yet, so they're very negative, and that's completely understandable. I know where guys are coming from because I had that mindset before too. I hate feeling like a woman's ATM. That's why you take them for coffee or drinks. You don't spend any money on them, or too much money on them. You certainly don't buy them gifts. You don't take them to expensive places until they're your girlfriend. When they're your girlfriend, you can buy them flowers. Occasionally, you can take them to a bit of a nicer restaurant. But you got to remember, women are outperforming men now. I was at my girlfriend's university graduation, and it was crazy. I would say about 80% of people who were graduating were women, and they were in these like really high end degrees, like the sciences and the maths, and they were all women. And I was just thinking, these women are just outperforming men, and because of that, they're going to be earning more than men. Women are going to be they're outperforming men already, and they're going to be out earning men as well, because a lot of these women aren't interested in having kids either, so they're going to be in the workforce for a very long time. So taking that into account, why would a woman need a man for his money if she's earning all the money and she's a boss babe, so to speak? But women, even though they have that mindset, they also still think a man should pay for all the dates and cover all the costs, which there's a big discrepancy in that thinking. But no, I get it. You don't want to feel like an ATM from a woman, which is why you should take her on low end dates and see if she likes you for you over what you bring and the financial gain. Someone says lack of options. Yeah, unfortunately, if all your options are these ogres, these low value women, you're going to be like, I'd rather just stay at home and play some video games, which is completely understandable. Let's do a few more. I deleted my Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and the dating apps Tinder and Bumble. So in short, I don't even exist to most women. Lol. Yeah, the women are on these social apps more than men. I'm on Twitter still a lot because I like to keep up to date with the news and some memes. I like Elon Musk, but I do think my Twitter feed is just rancid. It's just full of memes and videos, and it's just not quite what I'm looking for. And I'm actually quite a fan of Elon Musk, but I think Twitter has taken a bit of a sidestep, but that's a conversation for another day. But no, yeah, women are always on these apps, and they will actually look into your Instagram, into your Facebook to see if you're a guy worth dating. So if you're not on any of these apps, they will view that as a bit of a red flag, I heard. So I think you're going to want to at least have Instagram and show that you do have friends, you do have a bit of a social life. But yeah, don't waste too much time on these apps because they're going to rot your brain. And don't go on the apps just for a woman's sake. Let's do one more here. When you match on the app, chat, get the phone number, talk more, ask on a date. She says yes. Pick a good day for both people. Oh yeah, that's just some advice. Yeah, I kind of said that at the start, try and arrange those dates much quicker. Me personally, what pisses me off about the dating scene, of course, I'm not dating anymore, I'm in a relationship, but what grievances did I have? I think I did get the vibe sometimes that I was a bit of a performing monkey for women and I had to put in the effort more than her. I noticed a lot that many of the women did have some trauma with men and they had this negative opinion of men, and that frustrated me because I literally just took you out on a date, you don't know me, but you're already judging me because I have something in between my legs, and you already have a negative opinion on men. So it's like you're fighting a losing battle. And a lot of those women did have daddy issues. The amount of time I said, "Oh, my father's not in the picture," or "I don't like my father, he treats me badly," and you kind of just do it an internal eye roll, because you just know that even if you go on a few more dates with her, it's just going to be, an uphill battle with her. Other aspects, I did like to take women on a drinking date, because sometimes it would loosen them up a bit, it would make things a bit more relaxed. But yeah, these women drink a lot of alcohol, and it's just like by the second drink I was ready to go, and she was ordering another double vodka and coke. So I think there is a bit of a drinking issue with the younger generation, and I think it's certainly a red flag if you've got a date who's getting drunk or tipsy on a date, which is a red flag, especially if it's on a weekday. Finally, I think knowing that a lot of women are dating other men at the same time, so it's the thought of, okay, I'm spending time with this woman, might be spending a little bit of money on her, might be, getting intimate with her, but the prospect of her sleeping with another guy at the same time, that just gave me the biggest ick. I hate using the word ick, I apologise. I felt disgusted, and I think that's the issue with modern dating, is that you're dating someone, but she's dating other men at the same time, and knowing where those lips might have been the night before is, it's not a great thought process. So I certainly don't miss that, because women and men, they're not going to be honest about how many people they're dating at the same time. That is, private information. But I just think a lot of men would rather just have that woman to themselves and not think about what they were doing the night before. But that's just modern dating, and if you're not exclusive with them, I guess it's fair game. You just hope that they wrap it up and have some mouthwash before meeting you. Anyways, yeah, that's all, guys. Cheers. See ya.